basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this triangle area here off of all 4 of the talons. And I'm going to do that all the way up. You know, even in the back one, I'll just take that roof off all the way up. And you can do it a number of ways. You can do it with a rasp if you want. A rasp is quick and easy and fairly foolproof. You can do it with a chisel, carve it. It really doesn't matter how you do it. The one advantage of a rasp is that if the grain is running down into the ball, the rasp won't care, it won't follow the grain. With the chisel it will, but with the chisel I think you can remove this stuff faster. So I usually try with the chisel first. Get a wider one here. Usually use a bench chisel first, and if that doesn't work, I'll default to a rasp. Right. Now while I'm at it, so I don't have to reclamp this, I'm going to go ahead and round over, just make this basically a semicircle. And I'll show you this in a minute once I get it done. Let's start by flattening it. I'll switch back to the other gouge. And now round it. I want it round from where the talon meets the ball on either side, right up over the top. I want to carry that arc. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just a general shape. We're going to come back and refine this several times. That'll save me some time later. So, what I've done is step 1, take off the diamond roof, and then step 2, round it. Now this doesn't come tangent all the way to the bottom of the inner diameter. It's really to the it kind of terminates right there at the outer diameter, which is this point, right? Because that's my highest point on the ball. So that's where I want the arc to originate and terminate. Here I'm going to have some flat spots on the bottom, but that's okay. So continue 3 more times. By the way, it's at this point, as long as you've got good measurements, up to this stage, you don't really need to look at original pictures. You know, most of this you can just look at your own and carve to the lines, and you'll be fine. As we get further into the ball and claw carving, I think it becomes more and more helpful to. Here I'm getting some tear. I'm probably going to go the other way on these. it becomes more and more helpful then to look at the original pictures. So as we get further into this, we'll talk about studying off the original. Now this is that saw line that we cut in. It's where sometimes a back bent gouge is helpful. The only reason I'm using this is because the grain is running out this way at an angle. So as I cut into it, it wants to tear out right towards the center of the talon. And I really couldn't get in here any other way. Also, I'm going to just use a big number 7, if I can find it. Here we go. I'm going to clean out some of this excess, kind of getting in my way. One of the other things that's helpful when you start working in this area is to help you visualize things. Is take your rasp and back down this corner. You can bring this, you've got a facet on this side. This is from the bandsaw, and you're going to form a facet here, and you're going to basically put the roof on the building like you had on the other talons. You only need to do this on the back, on these two, the side talons. I'll show you this in a minute. So here you can see the, let's see if I can get it right here. Now you can see the peak that we formed right here. So we've got a facet from the bandsaw, now a facet from the rasp, and eventually we're going to take that roof off as well. But all of this just to allow me to get in here and round this talon off. That's really all I'm trying to do at this point. But it'll seem a little weird when you're first doing this. You'll feel like you're carving into material that you've got to keep. It won't feel right. But just realize this piece, as you view it from the bottom, that cylinder is going to go all the way up to the top. And if there's stuff in your way here from forming the cylinder, go ahead and remove it. There's nothing magical about a back bent gouge. Don't have to use it. So I just find it convenient when I have to go the other way in something. I don't have to stand above it, I can just pull down towards me. Sure. Okay. That one's pretty well rounded.